everyone, I'm back with update number 2 to my Pan Those eyeshadows. I picked 5 palettes and I randomly generated 5 palettes from my whole collection and then randomly generated 1 shadow from each of those 5 palettes. So I was working on 5 shades and 5 different palettes. So let's see, let's go ahead and start with the first one. The first one, which has been in since the very beginning of this project, is the BH Carly Bible palette. I'm working on shade number 7, I believe it is. So that is this one right here, and you can see it has a very big dip in it, but no pan. I have used this one 27 times. For that dip. These pans are actually pretty deep, I'm assuming, but I think I will be able to hit it by next month. But that is what it's looking like right now. That's this one right here. They don't have shade names. Yeah, they don't have shade names, but it's just like, I'm gonna swatch them, of course. It's just like, take my watch off. Pretty much a true gold. Maybe it has a bit of like, yeah, it's a light gold color. So that's it right there. I'm wearing it today. It's a really good shadow to put under other shadows because it's not that sparkly, honestly. And it's pretty crumbly, but it is a bit older. So I've used that one 27 times. I think that's what I said, 27 times. So I will keep working on it, of course, so it'll be in here another month, and hopefully next month it'll be rolling out. Okay, next one I was working on is from I Heart Revolution. This is the Mini Heartbreakers palette, and you may have just seen I was working on shade number 9. And that's this one right here, and it has a pan. This one was pretty easy to hit use on, but it did take me 2 months, but I usually only used it as like an inner corner shadow. So that's a pan right there, and honestly, like, this whole half right here is pretty much, it's pretty low, so if I continued to use it, I could probably clear out half the pan, but I stopped after, I maybe used it like twice more after I hit pan just to expand it a little, because like it is kind of hard to tell with this shade. But yeah, it's a very light champagne shade, and once again, this was very crumbly for some reason. You can't even really see it. It's right there next to the gold shade. But it's just a nice champagne shade. That's why I used it in my inner corner. But yeah, I'm glad to have that one out. That one rolled out, or I hit pan pretty much right after my last update. So in total, I used that one 27 times? Is that right? The same number as I'm on the last palette? Anyways, 27 times to hit pan. I probably could have hit it way faster, but I was just using it as like an inner corner shade. But those pans aren't very deep. Okay. Next is my ColourPop Baby Got Peach palette. This is the other one that I hit my pan on. So let me go ahead and show that to you. There it is right up here. I was working on the first shade called Darlin'. And there's the pan. I have pretty good pan on this one. And as you can see, I flattened it pretty well. Let's see, I use this one 37 times, I believe. 38, sorry. 38 times. ColourPop shades are a bit harder to hit pan on. But this was a very nice, super light peach shade. I used it pretty much every day as like a transition shade. Because believe it or not, it kind of looks like my skin tone. So yeah, that one was super, super easy to use. But ColourPop, it's right here. ColourPop shadows actually are very deep. Like, they're hard to hit pan on. They're super deep pans. So yeah, that's why I had to use it 38 times to hit pan. So that took me like 2.5 months pretty much. Let's see. Okay, next one. As you can tell, I had mostly peach shades in this, which was good in a sense is that they all kind of went together. But the next palette is my ColourPop Cabana Club, and I was using this shade right here, Bahama Mama. It has a dip, but no pan. Honestly, I'm not really close to pan. This one is super crumbly too. That's why it has that really weird dip in it. When you put your brush in, it kind of crumbles, so I've been using my finger more so. But this shade actually is pretty different because in the pan it looks like maybe a gold or copper color, but it's actually like a true orange shimmer, you know, which is unique. So I did enjoy that because I do enjoy using, there it is right there. I do enjoy using colorful eyeshadows. So that one helped a little, being like an orange shade. I think I used it today, but maybe only on the outer. But yeah, I'll probably still have a ways to go on that one. Bahama Mama right here. And I've used this one 19 times. So much less than the others, but like I said, it's an orange shade, so it can't go with as much as some of the others. So yeah, 19 times, so this one will be staying in. Okay, and my last palette that rolled in, this one rolled in last month. This is also from ColourPop, Proceed to Caution with Makeup Shayla. I was using this shade right here, Caution. I have used it 7 times in total. And I actually had another yellow shade in my Project 10 pan. And that's why this one didn't get as much use. But actually, this one's pretty easy for me to use because, as you can tell, it's super patchy. And so when you like put it on your eyes, it blends out into almost nothing. There it is right there. So it's super like a pale yellow, and it almost gets covered up, but it makes stuff a little bit more warm toned, which I enjoy in the fall at least. But I would love to get this shade out before winter comes because a neon yellow like that just maybe won't work as well, but you can't really tell, but there is a dip in it. Well, not really a dip. There's a tiny, tiny dent in it. Just the tiniest dent. And this one will probably take a while because it's a neon yellow shade and it's ColourPop. So I did a swatch. There it is right there. So that was the 5 I had in. As you can see, they're pretty cohesive. But since I hit pan on 2 shades, I get to roll in 2 new ones. So I have right here on my random number generator 1 through 293. So I'm going to generate the first one. Oh, I clicked it too fast. So 245. Oh, that's towards the end. Is that right? Okay, wait. Okay, no, I did it right. Okay, I'm going to write down 245. And let's see, one more. 23. Okay, we haven't got a low number yet, so that one's gonna be super fun. And I don't believe either of those are ColourPop palettes, which is good because they're hard to hit pan on, and that's the majority of my collection is ColourPop. But I know they're all like mid-range numbers. So let's go and see. We'll do 245 first. And okay, that is my Smashbox Photo Op palette, so I'll go find that in a minute. And the next one was number 23, so let's see what that is. I have them all written down in a notebook, by the way. So I'm flipping to number 23. I'm excited to have a lower number, though. Okay. Oh, number 23 is going to be a hard one to hit pan on, too. This is Too Faced Boudoir Eyes. So palette number 245 was my Smashbox Eyes palette in Photo Op. It has 6 small shades in here. This is what it looks like. It's funny because both the palettes I pulled are very small. And they're both pretty cool toned. So, and as you can see, the rest of my palette was super warm toned. So adding some cool tones in, they won't go together, but I'll have some different looks to do. Okay, so this obviously has 6 shades in it. So I'll do 1 through 6. Let's see. Oops. There we go. 5, okay? So that is actually this purple one right here. This looks like it has some gold shimmer in it. It's called Amethyst. The names are on the back. It's called Amethyst. So let's see what we're going to work with. I believe these are pretty deep pans, actually. Oh, wow. This is a very, like, gray-toned purple. Also pretty crumbly. There is right there. It's not swatching very well, but sometimes stuff doesn't swatch well, but it works really well on the eyes. Okay, that's it right there. It's kind of like a red-based purple, actually. It's not swatching very good. I wish I could give a better swatch. But it's like a medium-toned purple, gray-toned purple. So that one will be good right there. Amethyst from Smashbox. Okay, next, I don't think I've ever panned a Smashbox shade, so we'll see how long it takes to pan. But that's kind of cool to get a purple eyeshadow in for Halloween month. Okay, palette number 23 that I pulled is Too Faced Boudoir Eyes. So this has 6 shadows right here, and these 3, I'm not actually, oop, I just stuck my finger in that. I'm not quite I'm going to add these in just to do it. So I'm going to do 9 because that would be good shimmers and a good base shadow. Okay, so 1 through 9, 8. So we'll do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is actually the shade with the most of a dip, and it's just this gray toned deep silver right here called Lap Dance. As you know, Too Faced shadows are super hard pressed. Like you see, it's a very small pan and it already has a dip, but they're so hard pressed, so this will probably still take a while. This looks like it'll go really, really well with that gray tone purple. Oh, and this shadow still looks really, really nice in the swatch. Much better than the rest. That is it right there. Just a medium, like, dark gunmetal silver color. It still has some nice shine to it, and that'll look good deepening up some of the outer corners. So I'm super excited for that, and this will work really well in the winter too, to be a cool tone. So that is a very interesting color story we have now. These two completely switched up the game. So that's what I have going for me right now. I'll take out these two, and that's my new color story. They don't go together, so we'll have to do different looks for that. But that'll be okay. I love changing up my eyeshadow.